Ave Regina, Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo, estes nostra salve.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Glory to you, Lord. Jesus made the disciples get into a boat and precede him to the other side of the sea, while he dismissed the crowds. After doing so, he went up on the mountain by himself to pray. When it was evening, he was there alone. Meanwhile, the boat, already a few miles offshore, was being tossed about by the waves, for the wind was against it. During the fourth watch of the night, he came toward them, walking on the sea. When the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified. "It is a ghost," they said, and they cried out in fear. At once Jesus spoke to them. "Take courage. It is I. Do not be afraid." Peter said to him in reply, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." He said, "Come." Peter got out of the boat and began to walk on the water toward Jesus. But when he saw how strong the wind was, he became frightened. And beginning to sink, he cried out, "Lord, save me." Immediately Jesus stretched out his hand and caught him, and said to him, "O ye of little faith, why do you doubt?" After they got into the boat, the wind died down. Those who were in the boat did him homage, saying, "Truly you are the Son of God." After making the crossing, they came to land at Gennesaret. When the men of that place recognized him, they sent word to all surrounding country. People brought to him all those who were sick and begged him that they might touch only the tassel on his cloak. And as many as touched it were healed. The Gospel of the Lord. I know you are watching the Olympic Games going on in Tokyo now. They call that Tokyo 2020. Something happened on Monday during the heat in one of the races. They call that the distant race, 1,500 meters race, women. One of the ladies, a Dutch lady, 28-year-old, was among those who were expected to perform very well. He used to be a good, she runs very well, sorry. And so during the final lap of the marathon, 1,500 meters race, an athlete in front of her, I guess from Kenya, I think so, tripped and fell down in front of her. She also fell on top of her. Amazing. People say, "Oh, it's all over for her." She got up immediately and picked up and even gained more strength. And you know what? She won the race. She won the heat. Imagine if I had tripped down and began to fight with the other person. "Why did you push me down?" You know what I mean? What happened in the first reading between Moses, Aaron, and Miriam? They were trying to castigate Moses, You think you're the person who knows it all. We know God too, The problem with us is how focused are we in what we are doing? How do we pay attention to what is important? How do we mind our own business sometimes? How do we focus on where we are going, the goal, the finish line? This lady was focused on the finish line. And she was not discouraged. She was not bitter about it. She just picked up herself and was gradually overtaking those who were before her. About 5 good runners were before her. And she overtook them and made the finish line before. That was the final laps of the race. And so, my people, do we see Jesus as the finish line, as the goal, as the prize, as the best of everything we are looking for? If we do not see Jesus as our goal, as our champion, as our finish line, then sometimes we may miss the mark and begin to do something else. So may we continue to be focused on what is important in our life, on what is important in our faith. Christ, the star that shined out in the midst of our troubles. And remember, we will have many distractions, many troubles, many problems, many challenges. But Jesus Christ is always there, shining out, telling you, come, like he did to Peter, come on. And Peter jumped into the water. And he was really walking on the water. So Peter walked on the water. So you could walk on the water. You know what I mean? But you have to pay attention and be focused on the man. The problem is not the water. The problem is not the wind. The problem is not other people around you. The problem might be you or me, for myself, distraction. Are we focused on the finish line? If we focus on him, we can do always the impossible. We can survive anything. We can survive anything. God bless you all.
Regina Celi, letare, alleluia, qui aquam merum isti portare, alleluia, resurrexit sicut dixit, alleluia, ora pro nobis Deum, alleluia.